MITHRILHAWKS are a secret organization of adventurers and agents whose principal aim is to prevent an alien invasion by the race of beings known as the Cthulhs, a humanoid cephalopod race of psionic squid-like conquerors who enslave worlds. The MITHRILHAWKS were formed by Xavier Waverider to prevent this ongoing threat and help keep the civilizations of Earthall in balance through the 5 ages. Our intrepid adventurers are Sundew Thunderglade, a third-aged Fey-Elf druid sent forward in time to the 4th age of Earthall to determine the best place for his tribe to store the Two-Eye Stone, a relic of unimaginable power, used to destroy one of the moons in the apocalyptic battle between dragons and giants at the end of the Second Age. He is horned, green-skinned with bioluminescent markings, and can transform into a giant teleporting tiger-like being of immense strength and agility. Played by Kurt. Lachlan Windshear, a half-elf rogue artificer wizard mercenary from the 4th age of Earthall, who was orphaned and taken in and trained by the MITHRILHAWKS. He relishes in unique magic items, creating them and running a small mercenary band that supports the MITHRILHAWKS intelligence network. He serves as the guide to this unlikely and very secretive trio, played by Redfoot. And John Loyal Chambers, a Special Forces operative from the very human 5th Age of Earthall, who operates in a special access program called the Jumpgate Project, run by General Hawk. He was sent back in time to the 4th Age to determine the whereabouts of the Two-Eye Stone and report back so the Jumpgate Project could locate it and use it to defeat the invading cephalopods of the Cthulhu race. He has a religious experience during this time travel jump and becomes a paladin for Columbia Mithrael, the female elven deity of justice and healing, played by Tennant. Each of our adventurers are guided by their age's version of Xavier Waverider, and each have their own mission. Will they work together to accomplish their specific missions, or will they face something even more daunting and challenging, discovering untold secrets that they had never suspected and challenging them to their very cores? Find out in the MITHRILHAWKS Search for the Two-Eye Stone. In this episode, our intrepid adventurers venture forth 5 generations into the future to find the fate of Guanshous at the bottom of the ocean, and guarding the former vestiges of the Golden Lotus, some nemesises. Greetings, intrepid adventurers and travelers! Welcome back to the MITHRILHAWKS. This is the search for the Two-Eye Stone. And at our last episode, our intrepid adventurers were battling at the gates of Guanshou, an oncoming enemy, one of the rival Asian kingdoms that was actually turned out to be ruled by a Cthulhu spawn who had invaded and taken over their Shinto's body. And it was the Jundai Protectorate, and it was Shinto Jika, who was, Shinto Zhenfei, who was long-lived for many hundreds of years, which is unlike a human. And so we found out that it was, in fact, a Cthulhu spawn. And with the help of Dazoo, the ancient and reincarnating Water Naga spirit, they were able to rout their enemies, prevent a theft of the Two-Eye Stone by Genka's ninjas and Oni. And you guys went to the gates there, and you saw the general with Zavifa, right? And she was, held up on like a big X. She was nailed to it or tied to it. And it was revealed in a big cliffhanger that she was actually in love with Sundew for ages and ages. Because they grew up together as kids in the 3rd Age, and while Sundew was chosen to be going on the time jumping mission to see what the results were of placing the Two-Eye Stone in the care of the Guanshou Protectorate and the Shinto Ji family, she was the one responsible for helping curate and caretake the early Guanshou Empire. And turns out that she was taken over by a Cthulhu at the end of the Third Age and had lived for herself many thousands of years. But like the Goa'uld in Stargate, she was basically a passenger in her whole body, and for thousands and thousands of years, and quite a terrible fate for such a good wizard, right? So, if I will show you, then I'm going to switch over back to the Guanxo map where you guys were battling the Jundai dynasty and killing Zhenfei. And we ended right here, right? It turns out that Dezhu was like on his deathbed, like he was dying, right? And you guys watched as Loyal said, "Guys, grab my shoulders." And what happened was the Two-Eye Stone and all of the nanobot Two-Eye Stones within you all kind of coalesced and saw that there was this Cthulhu threat on the tower there, and the power of the Two-Eye Stone channeled through you, through Loyal's sword, and you just like obliterated him from shoulders up, right? Like all of the Cthulhu spawn was gone. So too was Zhenfei's head.
It shot like a beam out the sword, right?
Correct. Yeah, you guys, you felt it in your electrical body, and your body like became electrified, and like you all had like that Two-Eye Stone glow, and you kind of did like Care Bear stare basically through Loyal's sword, right?
And then I jumped up there and grabbed the body and like held it up and was like, "Your leader's dead. Go home."
Right. And so all of the troops were just like, "Oh shit! What do we do now?" So I kind of wanted to just wrap this section up and kind of go through a montage of what happens, and step in at any time if there is something that you want to do or that needs to be said or done, right? So, so basically, Shinto Jikai, your guys, the Shinto from the Guanxo, who had shown, right, that he valued his prestige and family more than the Two-Eye Stone by switching over to switching the temple into his quarters and then his quarters into the temple, right? But Princess Zhu Li was very much like, the wise young woman upstart who was like, we're going to take care of this, Sundu. Like, we're not going to let this be the case anymore.
Don't mess it up again, guys.
Right.
They're going to come out and bail you out again.
Right. And then, so Zavifa's up there. Is there anything you want to say to her before she dies? Because she's gonna perish.
Oh, yeah. Sundu, like, immediately, as soon as the danger is cleared, it's going to leap up to Zavifa, and he's going to try to, like, drop some heal spells on her or something.
And once you get her arm out, she puts her hand on your face, and she's like, I don't want to stay. I can't. It's been thousands of years. Thousands. You can't imagine. You have to. And she's like gasping, right, for breath. And she's like, the healing spells won't work anymore. They have been keeping me alive with this strange infusion that's a Cthulhu thing. And she's like, you have to go back and prevent this from happening to me. You cannot let this happen to me again. You can see it in her eyes. She's tearing up. She's like, you get the sense, because of your close bond and friendship since childhood, that you can't imagine what it's like to live for beyond the time stream. Your people, if anything, know about that and know, how unnatural it would be to be there and have to watch as this horrible creature committed atrocities and you couldn't stop it. Like, it's you doing it, but you can't have anything to do with it. And it was like hell for her. And you can feel that, all of that at once. And she's like, when you go back, you have to get rid of me, prevent this.
Zavifa, where must we go? When did it start? When did this foul beast infect you?
She said, when we destroyed the moon.
What?
And she kind of and her eyes start rolling back, and she's like, you must stop me. And then she dies.
Zavifa, no! screaming up into the rain.
Yeah.
And you look back and you see Loyal. He's like really fucked up right now. Like he loves love, and so he's like crying and like trying to be manly and like wiping away his tears really rapidly.
Yeah.
During that time, Lachlan nudges Loyal and says, "The blood totally worked."
Yeah. So
Right, because he did the thing. He put his own blood with the nanobots in it,
Thinking that they were going to replicate in her and fix her.
Yeah.
which kicked out the Cthulhu.
Yep, essentially.
Whoa.
And so the Cthulhu had to go into Gen Fei, and basically he took over the Jundai dynasty and increased their wealth and prosperity, and they became strong and powerful enough to get to his true goal, which was to come and take the Two-Eye Stone, right? To get a hold of it now. So that happens, and then also Lachlan and Loyal, while he's up there with Zavifa, and you notice that Dazoo, he reaches out to you with his mind, and he says, the story is not over. He says, many, many ages from now, many, many generations from now, the stone is underwater. Guanshou is no more, and it's the safest place for the heart of Earthall to be resting. He says, basically he lives for ages, and he shows you this in his mind. Like, he has been around since the first age, okay? In the age of dinosaurs and of reptiles, like, that's when his people were alive, and only a few of them at a time were ever there, and that he shows you a quick image of, like, dinosaurs and jungles, and then he shows you another image of giants and dragons and his role in that, and then he shows you the third age, Sundu's people, and that Sundu's people actually knew of him, and he was considered one of the guardians of Earthall, right? And and he shows you the Two-Eye Stone was made. You see a bunch of really tall blue humanoids, almost like the angels of the Mithril Sky Elf angels, but like much bigger, much taller, much bluer. Not elven, but like they almost look like the engineers in the Aliens movies.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think we covered this in Sundu's initial, like his pre-game
Episode
intro
0,
thing,
yeah.
right?
Yep. And but they were actually a bird race. They were like dragons, reptiles, birds. They're all kind of related, and they were like a really highly advanced bird race. And they realized that the Cthulhus back then were a threat, and created the Two-Eye Stone as a way to protect the planet, as like a defense mechanism against them. Right. So you see all of this in the montage, and you see, but then you also see Loyal. You see your world. And he says, and he basically is showing you like the third age, the fourth age, things to come, and then the fifth age, Loyal's world, our current, USA, the world, the way that the world is now, and you get glimpses and windows into all of that, and he says, I am beyond time, and in 5 generations from now, the safest place for the heart will be at the bottom of the ocean, and he dies. And he says, but I will return, and then his body dies, and when his body dies, the whole thing just kind of dissipates, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, in Star Wars.
Nice.
And so yeah, and so what ends up happening is the troops, you get them to disband. The Shinto Jikai brings his army out, and he says, whoever wants to stay, you must be, bow to me. And he does this whole thing, and he gets them, some of them leave and go home. There's still fights that break out, but little skirmishes. The castle's still on high alert, all of that. And Loyal, you and Julie, like, hook up a number of times over the next course of, 4 days, 5 days. And and that's going to have some impact on the future of Guanshou. Right? The next Shinto is going to have blue eyes. So, yeah, it's actually kind of interesting how it's going to unfold. So, so basically, yeah, if there's anything you want to do for the next 2 or 3 days in Guangzhou, repairing, fixing, whatever, before you guys head back to the gate, figuring out where you want to go. Dazoo said, go 5 generations from now and you'll find the Two-Eye Stone at the bottom of the ocean where it's safest.
You never sent us the treasure for that Oni that I killed, and also or that we killed, I'm sorry, and also the general that I searched up there.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You won't need it in today's episode. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, no worries.
But I will do it at the end of the night because you're going to get more treasure too.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just too busy sleeping with the princess everywhere. I mean, I'm sure Sundu's found us under the bushes a couple times. He's like walking around meditating, I've definitely been in all the darkest shadows, Lachlan's been hiding in. Like, I'm just everywhere with this woman, and, no one can keep up.
Yeah, right on. Hey, is there any way you could aim your camera down a little bit? There you go. That's good. Thanks, Loyal. And Lachlan, what about you?
I think Lachlan would probably spend the week finding interesting skills. Like, is there anybody teaching anything that he might want to learn? He's like, he can he loves soaking in new knowledge.
Yeah.
I was even thinking about kind of starting to develop like a whole Sherlock Holmes investigation kind of thing, where I could like roll investigation and look at a character and be able to determine like maybe what they've been doing. Maybe I can determine a weakness from them by like studying them. He's interested in developing that skill.
That's cool. So I remember last time you guys were in Guangzhou a couple hundred years ago, you were into wanting to learn how to. What's that?
The chain whip.
Yeah. And so you did that. So I guess in the course of the few days, you talk with the general, and you guys philosophize, and he asks you questions. Oh, and Shinto-ji also talks with you about business, because once you showed him your tattoo, he was like, he's like, oh my God, you're the reason like our kingdom has become so strong. Your great ancestor was the one who opened this business, and we're so happy to be doing this with you guys, and you get like the royal treatment. And then you also talk with that thief that was in the alchemist's lab, right? That you guys when you first entered the castle last episode. Yeah. And you can find new products basically. But that thief he tells you how he does business now and how he learns people's weaknesses and interests based upon like their what they're wearing, or if they drink a particular tea, or if they play a particular game. And so he kind of opens your mind to that way of thinking, and like so when you do investigations, we'll make it more in depth, for those kinds of things. You can ask me more potent questions or whatever. So that being the case, you guys would head back to the gate, and you want to go ahead a couple generations, 5 generations, I think is what Dazoo said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the map.
Sundu, what did you do during that time?
Well, Sundu kind of started out trying to chase around, what's her name, Julie? Basically being like, where is she? I'm supposed to be teaching her about how to protect the Two-Eye Stone. So he's like hiding out with Loyal somewhere. So that goes on for a while. I'm like, she's missing her studies. All of Earthall will suffer for her ignorance. So after a while trying to do that, eventually he kind of gives up, and he just connects with her dad. What's his name? Shinto Jika.
Yeah.
Tells him about, like, number one, what he needs to do to protect the heart of Earthall, but also number two, he fills him in about what his great-great-great-grandfather was like, which is, obviously pretty interesting to him.
Yeah.
And so that's, hopefully they're more prepared, but I guess the stone's going underwater anyway, right?
Yeah, so what happens with him is that he is really interested, and you really impart to him how respectful he was of the Two-Eye Stone, and how you guys tell him about the story about the Oni and going to save his queen, and how you learned that there was always a threat against the Two-Eye Stone, and that to always revere it and protect it, and it's the most important thing that allows Guansho. And you explain like how you guys have been time traveling through the ages, and that you have a duty as the Shinto of Guansho to protect this stone, make sure no harm comes to it, and that it's integral to the survival of the planet. Like they have an epic quest of their own as the Shintos of Guansho, and he gets it now, and it's like it was as if their entire lineage kind of veered off a little bit, and then you just brought him back. So fulfilling your duties to your people and the Two-Eye Stone and Earthall itself, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And when Julie's not getting it from one end, she's getting it from the other end with you at her head, on all of the yeah. So are you guys seeing the maps of Earthall now?
Yes.
So you see the top one and now the bottom one underneath. So what happens is you guys, we're gonna fast travel you back to the gate, which is over here.
Cool.
Okay.
You guys, Guansho was originally like right here on the coast, right? And so what happens when you go to the Two-Eye Stone and set the cool dial that's in the first opening sequence of the show to like 5 generations later. As the world changes around you, it doesn't change as much as like when you went from age to age, let's say. Like if you remember the movie Lucy, she sat in that chair at the end sequence and like went through time, and it spun by her. That's what happens. And even though you're far from the coast, you see the earth shake, and you see like a huge plume of smoke and debris rise up in 2 days that way towards Guansho. Okay, and then you stop, and you've become used to the stopping, even though it's jarring or whatever. And you are now 5 generations later, and basically what ends up happening is we're gonna also just fast travel you to where the Golden Lotus was. The Dazoo's lair is now completely gone. Right, you guys pass by there, but it's just like a forest glen at this point, and it was like right here, and the Golden Lotus on your way to Guansho is right here on the coast now. Okay, and as you're going there, it's super It's super. It's super misty and foggy. And if you remember, it was kind of like that back then, but let me see. Can you see that now? Let's see what it looks like. And we'll change the music. Do you guys see your characters down there?
Yeah, I see it.
And again, this map is made by Seppuku, and the tokens are made by 2 Minute Tabletop, and you will find links to them in the show notes. And we're going to go ahead and change the music now because it's a completely different environment. So you guys know you're near the coast, and it's just completely misty. You expect it to be in the jungle kind of area. And
It's like hot out.
It's hot out. It's you're on the coast. You can hear birds, but it's foggy, like completely foggy, and it's like you can't see past this area, the fog, right? But you've come to buildings, and like they don't look familiar, but you know that this is where the Golden Lotus used to be.
Definitely kind of want to walk around and explore the area then and see what this place is now.
All right, so if you'll move where you'd like to go to, I'll reveal areas for you. That's about all you can see right now. Oh, you can't go through that wall. Sorry, Lachlan, you're...
Oh, that's a wall right there?
Yeah.
I thought it might just be like a rundown building.
It is, but it's a wall. It's still a freestanding wall there.
All right. Is this a pool up here?
Okay. Are you
I
going?
can't see.
Are you going into the water?
No. I was just kind of walking to inspect it a little bit.
Okay. So as you get closer, it basically, so the mist is there. You guys can barely see each other, but you can make out a little shoreline, and you can see about 100 yards out in the distance. You can see a small, like almost like a fire, like a campfire, um, off in the distance.
On the lake?
Yeah,
Okay.
out past the lake.
So going this way, am I gonna like keep seeing lake along this way? Like, can we walk around this thing, or are we supposed to be thinking we want to go over it? Oh, okay. So it's not too big.
So I'm going to show you a little bit more. What you see that there is land on the other side of this waterway, and that there are buildings half sunk, and there's like a murky sort of water, and essentially like you could almost walk across right where you guys are. You could sort of walk across, because you see a build. It's maybe like 2 feet of water, but over. Let me switch back to select mode. Over here, it was a lot deeper. It got a lot deeper as you went this way. But you saw this pathway of stones that you could walk across that are right here. Loyal, do you jump across? Do you walk across through the water?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. There it is. Ooh, 11.
An 11?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll take that 2 any day.
Not that 18 though.
No.
It's got 2 attacks, so this
ooh.
water monster that's a Sahuagin, and if you've never seen a Sahuagin, it has like the face of a fish basically, but it's on a humanoid body, and it's got gills and like fins that kind of come out from its ears, and it's got this trident, and it jumps out at the water and goes and attacks you, and it misses both times. So by the time you get on the land right there, that's what happens. Oh, could you guys both, all 3 of you, enter in your hit points on your characters, if you don't mind?
Mine's entered. I have them on my red circle.
Yeah, mine's on it too.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I not
Yeah,
seeing
mine's
it?
in there too.
You're right. I'm a dork. Okay, sorry guys. Thank you. So yeah, that Sahuagin comes out and attacks at you.
So we're on initiative at this point then?
Correct.
Is it just the one of them?
As of right now, you hear a lot of splashing in the water.
Aha.
Ouch. We're on not so great.
Right then.
12 on initiative.
Oof. 12 for me too.
Where is mine? Well, there it is. It's 8. Jesus.
Do you see? I see your guys' pointers, but I'm gonna just point out off in this direction, not that close. Actually, about this far away. Do you see where the beacon is?
No, I gotta zoom out some more.
Yeah, so zoom out some more for me.
Okay. Nowhere?
All the way up there.
Yeah, that's where you see a small little fire.
Oh, I didn't see anything.
You got to zoom
I
out.
zoomed up by 3.
What's that?
Okay.
Right about there.
Oh, way up there.
Oh, okay. Like a campfire?
Yeah, like a fire through the fog and the mist, like a light, a light of some sort.
Okay.
On the same elevation?
On the same elevation, maybe like just not even 5 feet, like 2-3 feet up.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let me get some dice rolled, and then we will figure out combat. Loyal, what did you get?
12.
12. Lachlan, what did you get?
12.
Wow. Sunday, what did you get?
8.
8. Okay, so then 5, 10. Wow, these guys didn't do very good. You guys kind of snuck up on them.
That's good, because I think we felt the same way.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. So that Sahuagin, I'm just going to count his, because he rolled really high. He's going to be the first one. That's Sahuagin number 6. And, okay, so first in line was that Sahuagin number 6. And then Sahuagin number 5 was right behind him. And he comes and attacks at you, Loyal.
Ooh, that's... Oh, well, that's 2 separate attacks like that.
No, did I roll twice?
A 9 and a 16?
Oh, yeah. So the 16 hits. They get 2 attacks.
Mm.
Oh, so you guys all have full hit points. So these guys get an advantage on attack for anybody who does not have full hit points.
They get an advantage, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Blood Frenzy. So they're taking bite attacks and a spear attack, or their trident attacks, and they have a +3 to hit. So that 16 becomes a 19. And does that hit you, Loyal? No, you have a 20 now, right? Okay, cool. So he misses. Next in line is Loyal.
All right, sweet. Cool. Okay, useful spells. Can I cast Shield of Faith on myself? It's a creature within range. Does that include myself?
I would go ahead and say yes.
Okay, cool. So I guess I'm going to do that and just kind of stand ready. So that's +2 to my AC moving forward for up to 10 minutes unless I break my concentration. And
Okay.
I'll stay right here and just kind of wait till these guys act.
Okay, sounds good. So that's your round, and now Loyal. I'm sorry, Lachlan.
Lachlan. Is Loyal currently in the water, or is he out of the water now?
He's on land, just like a little bit of land.
All right. I'm running over here, and I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp in the water.
Oh, interesting. Okay, what is the range on Shocking Grasp generally? Like within 5
You have
feet?
to touch them.
And the damage?
The damage is... It is... So, 1d8 lightning damage.
1d8 lightning damage. Okay. Go ahead and roll that 1d8.
Would that, hit multiple people, though?
I'm going to go ahead and say yes, because I think it's a cool use of the spell.
Okay.
It's like throwing a stick of dynamite in the water or whatever.
Yeah, 1 point for all of them.
Well, 1 point for 2 of them. 2 of them made their saving throw. And, all right, so 1 point, I'll say, on this one. And this one, the closest one's to you. Cool idea, though. Next in line is Sahuagin number 3. And he sees that you guys are there, so he moves 5, 10, 15, 20, and he takes an attack at you. Lachlan, he's going to...
Okay.
And both of them miss. And then the next one in line is Sundu.
All right, Sundu is going to. He's going to walk behind Lachlan here
Mm-hmm.
and stand up next to him at the water's edge. And then he is going to cast Thunder Wave.
Thunder.
So I think they get a Constitution save.
Thundercats home.
Nice.
Yeah.
And in what range is that? 15
It's
feet?
a 15-foot cube, so it gets these two guys, number 1 and 2.
And number 3.
Oh, I didn't even see 3.
Yeah.
That's great.
I wonder technically if it hits Lachlan or if you can prevent it from hitting him.
Well, it's not 15 foot in all directions.
Okay, so none of them pass their saving throw. So they all
Yeah.
take 14 points of damage and get knocked back.
Exactly.
Sweet.
Nice.
What was that?
That's my phone. That's crazy sounding.
And so they all get knocked back 10 feet, is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
It splashes in the
Yep,
water.
10 feet. Yep.
Okay, cool. Boom. Good job, good job. So, and then the
Yeah.
last one that is in the round is number 4. And he comes running up and attacks at Lachlan. Again, with a trident and a bite. And they get +3, so looks like none of them. Lachlan, you have 16
I think. Oh no, actually, I think it's a 17 now. Hold on.
magically.
Yeah, it's a 17 now because I've got the ring.
Oh, that's
of
right.
protection.
Okay, and what did
Let
we
me change
decide?
that.
The tie goes to the attacker or to the defender? I think I was
To
one.
the attacker.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. So he doesn't hit you, but he's very ferociously close. He actually, you can feel the poke through your leather armor, and you're like, what the fuck?
Like that wasn't nice.
All right, back to the top of the round. It is Sahuagin 5 and 6, and those are surrounding Loyal. So they are going to take their 2 attacks each, and I'm just going to roll 4d20.
And it's a 22 now to hit.
Oh jeez.
22.
Close.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
18, 19, 20, 21.
Wait, who's the fourth one attacking him? Where is that fourth one? I don't see a fourth one.
It's Sahuagin 6 and 5.
They're taking 2 attacks each.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep, 2 attacks each, and it looks like they rolled really shitty, and so none of them hit him. Even though the 18 was damn close, it
Yeah, it was.
it hit you. It hit your armor, but it didn't do any damage to the armor or to you. So now up is Loyal.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I've already taken my action surge. Already used all my spells. Oh wow. I've got nothing left except attacks.
Wait.
So
Loyal, did you take a short rest yet?
no, we
A
haven't.
long rest yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, did we?
You guys,
I
you've
took
been.
mine. We all had like a week.
Yeah, that's right. You guys.
That's right. Okay, cool. So let me
You
just.
should have everything back.
Yeah, especially after
Sweet. So
all
I
that
burned 1 spell. Okay,
June
cool.
Lee.
Well.
Changes things.
Let's see. Okay. In that case, I am going to. Let's go for number 5 here. Halberd attack with a 13 to hit. 13.
Oh, I'm sorry. 13 to
Okay.
hit. Yes.
Okay, sweet. So
That
if
actually
that hits, then I will go ahead and
13 slashing damage. Is it to the one above you or the one next to
yeah,
you?
number 6, yeah, or 5, the one above me.
Okay.
So him, and then I'm going to action surge as well, and be able to attack one more time. Attack, halberd. For a 15 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And then I'm going to smite him as well. Where's my smite? Oh, I gotta just burn a spell slot for that. That's right. Action smite.
And then you hear a cackle in the background, about as far as that fire is.
Yeah, so an extra 2d8 radiant damage. So max slash roll.
It's dead.
So a total of 13. That's 19. That's 22. Total of 30 points of damage.
Yep.
On yeah. Okay. Cool.
It obliterates him. Like
yeah.
you hit him with the halberd, and your electrical life force energy and divine smite flows through the halberd and just like pops it like a tomato.
Hell yeah.
And then the Sahuagin next to you is kind of like, you know, like and like, but is even more enraged and upset that it can't hit you, because now it is Lachlan's turn.
All right. I get a little mad at that guy coming so close to hitting me, and I just magic missile into the chest. And I'm going to cast it as a 2nd level.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Change that up. I'm doing Chromatic Orb instead at a 2nd level.
Okay. Lightning?
Yeah, let's do Lightning again. And this time it does 4d8.
Are you gonna do? You have to do an attack roll, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they get a saving throw, do they?
No, I just missed that. Good thing.
Oh, okay.
That was a 20. He would have totally saved.
Yeah, that would have been too bad. All right.
That actually hits.
All right.
So, do the damage.
21.
Yeah.
21 points of damage?
Yeah.
Well, shit. I'm just going to go ahead and say it obliterates, because once you throw you basically make a chromatic orb of lightning, you throw it at him, it hits him in the chest, and he's electrified, and then he goes into the water and it electrifies him even more. And I'm going to do
Works for me.
another saving throw for these guys. All right, well, this one totally saves. These guys do not, so they take 6 points of damage. Well, this one doesn't because he's on the land. So, but this one does, and he takes 6 points of damage. And you hear some more cackling, and these guys run up to you and are not very happy, and go ahead and attack you.
All right.
Back for more, eh?
Yeah, they're frenzied now at this point. They're like, the fuck.
You
So
come to our pool?
yeah, and they are angry, and they do hit you. Cool.
Hit who? Me?
Both of you guys. One of them hits Sundu twice. No, actually, the one that you hit that's nearly dead hits you twice, Lachlan, and then the one that's attacking Sundu only hits him once. And they do.
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought I obliterated the guy.
You obliterated the guy.
Ran. These
but-
are the two that I blew away with that Thunderwave
Yeah.
spell. They were off in the dark.
You've killed.
Sorry,
You guys.
It's throwing me off not seeing what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
between the two of you, between the three of you, you guys have killed 2 Sahuagins, and then some are still alive. And so, the 2 that attack you, Sundu, are 1d8 plus 1. So we'll just roll that twice.
Ooh, 12.
So 12 points of damage. Yes, thank you. So you take 12 points of damage. And then, Lachlan, you take 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Did you guys change your... Yeah, you did. I see that. I'm gonna make a little health bar above you so that everybody can see who's watching along.
So we change the number ourselves, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
You
Hit
would change
points.
the numbers yourselves.
Yeah, you can just type in minus whatever he says and hit enter, and it'll automatically subtract it for you.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Like into the red box, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it.
So that's interesting.
So is your thing.
What are the green and blue boxes for?
Mana and Smurf berry juice.
I
I don't know.
Juice.
That's funny.
Some gummy berry juice, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I don't know.
Bouncing all around.
Yeah, I like Smurfberry though. That's cool. So I'm making your bars visible to everyone, but I don't think we're seeing them. Okay, so not important. All right, so back to the top of. Oh, actually, we've got this Sahuagin here. He has to go, and he runs back at you and from the Thunder Wave and attacks you, Lachlan.
Okay. Oof.
And hits once. And does 1d8 plus 2, which turns into 7 points of damage for you. But it's the top of the round, and that means it is Sahuagin 5 and 6, and I think that they are dead, if that's right.
Wait, the top of the round? Did I get skipped?
No,
Yeah,
you did-
Sundew hasn't gone yet.
You did Thunder Wave, didn't you?
That
That
was
was the
last
first
time.
Oh, okay, so it's your round.
Right.
You did get skipped. My bad. All right, so Sundew, it's your shot.
Okay, so he's gonna go into tiger form. Can you do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Did you get the file uploaded or no?
No, I haven't. I wanted to edit it because I had to take away the black background, but it was hard to do that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, well, it's supposed to be transparent, man. That's weird. I had a transparent version.
yeah.
Anyway, I'll try to save it again or resend it.
Okay.
Um,
Let me see if I
Yeah.
can find one real quick. But you transform into tiger form.
yeah, and he gets right in the middle of it. He's going to split his attacks between these two.
Okay.
First, he's going to give a bite to the guy on the left. And so we'll roll a d20 for that.
Okay.
I think we said he was plus. Oh, nat 20, baby!
Nice.
Back on that and Sundew, that's awesome.
That's ridiculous.
Nice.
And so that's the bite attack, which is worth 3d10 plus 5. 11 and... Hell yeah. Alright, we got
What's
2.
that thing Sundew appeared
Good guess.
It's a badass tiger is what that is.
on? Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so on the guy on the left, I just did 32 points of damage with a single bite.
32 points of damage to the guy on the left.
Yes.
He's done.
Because it's double damage for a net 20, right? Isn't that
Yep,
how you
that's
do it?
right.
Yeah, there it is. Just bit that dude's fish head right
Where
off.
you going? Nowhere.
That's right.
And now for the claw attack. Let's roll those suckers out.
I love having Hobbs with us everywhere we go.
Hey man,
Yes.
it's looking strong. So it's
Thinking
plus
about
7
that
on each of
thing.
those.
So plus 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry. Let me get the chat open. I just found that tiger thing. So plus 7 on both of the 19 and the 15.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! You definitely hit. What's your
So
damage?
here's the first claw is... So that's 11 plus 5 is... So it's 16 for the first one.
That one's dead. But you notice that while you're in the water, you get like you're getting shocked because you have natural electricity that goes all over your body, right? And you don't like you went and just attacked because you were like, frenzied yourself as tiger form. But then you land in the water and you're like you kind of claw him and kill him, but you're like trying to get out of the water at this point.
Just like a real cat.
Wouldn't someone who generates electricity be immune to electricity?
Yeah, but not in water. Because it's like surrounding him. It's like his electricity, but like it's like he's grounding out in the water, and it's just like if anything, what we can do is I'm going to do a dexterity check for this other guy because just like you threw lightning into the water and it kind of affected all of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not good idea to put an electric creature in water that's not supposed to be in water.
All right, I'll be right back.
So we're gonna.
Hey, how many healing potions do we all have on us?
Oh, at this point, I think you guys had like, you had a bunch when you went into the tome, into Zavifa's tome, but
Yeah.
when you guys didn't have an opportunity to long rest before you defeated Zavifa, and you guys were at hit points. So I think you guys each drank like 2. So I would assume that you guys have like 2 left each.
Yeah, during the week though with the castle, I probably would have taken as many as they would have let me take because I have a bag of holding, so I would have just been throwing them in there.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
If that's I don't know, so whatever you think is fair, but
Yeah, let me do a percentile check, huh? We'll say that there's an 80% chance that they had healing potions that do 10 points of healing potions. So yeah, you can have like 5, 6.
all right.
Oh, actually, yeah, you can have a bunch because you're fucking Lachlan Windshear and you helped Guancho, so they give you whatever you want. So you can have up to 10.
All right, then I've got 10. That do what? 10 points of healing.
10 points of healing, yeah.
Okay.
What did I roll on this 1d6? 5 points. So this guy, he got electrified, and he actually jumped out of the water because he wanted to get away from the electricity. All right, so that's Sundew. We'll say that you went to the end of the round because you were like transforming into the Thundercat, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So now it's 5 and 6. So 6 is the only one left alive. He's going to take his 2 attacks on Mr. Loyal Chambers.
Very good. That's a big no.
And that's a big no, and he's kind of like frustrated, and he's seeing that all of his buddies, and he can feel the arcs of electricity in the water behind him, and he's like looking around like, how am I going to get out of here? Basically. All right, so then it goes to Loyal.
Cool.
And you hear cackling after the you hear a little bit of like after the Thundercat transformation. And then cackling when the cat jumps back out of the water.
That fire keeps laughing at us.
25 to hit, 15 points of damage.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit. Okay, and then yeah, you just bloodied him tremendously. Lachlan, there is a Sahuagin to your right on the shore now.
All right. And is she like the only one left besides the one right near Loyal?
Correct. Well, that you know of.
That I know of, right? Okay. All right, then I'm just gonna basically as he comes to my side, I'll pull out my grappling hook and fire it at him with the Staff of Striking ability.
Okay.
And sorry, I still don't know how the Staff of Striking totally works. It gets.
I think it was +3, whatever your
Plus 3 to hit, yeah. And
well,
then
it's your proficiency
it does-
+3.
the target takes an extra 1d6 of damage. Okay. 29.
Wow.
And then damage is 1d4 plus 4. D4 plus 4. 8 points of damage, and then the Staff of Striking does another 1d6 something?
Oh, that kills him.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Nice.
The Staff of Striking like blows up. When it hits him, it blows like the magenta sparks of your striking power, and just blows him over. He dies. And then this Sahuagin, now it's Sundew's turn.
Oh shit. Well, I wonder if I can. Can I leap over to The one that's still standing?
Yes, you can definitely,
Or I could do a teleport thing, right?
Yep,
A blink.
yep.
So I'm going to do that.
Ooh.
And drop some damage on him.
Do it.
If I can.
I think
Start,
you do it.
we'll start with the bite. See how that goes.
Ooh.
Oh, the bite is a miss. Let's try the claws.
Things like, I saw what you did to my friend. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe one hit.
Yeah, the 17 hits.
So then we're looking at 3d6 plus 5. He's doing his best to stay perched on the ground and try to stay out of the water over there.
Yeah.
Probably why he missed so much.
So you did 12,
Plus 5, so 17.
and you bite his head off and throw him away. Okay.
That never gets
Trash
old.
that he is.
Yeah. He was looking like he was going to run, but he didn't have the opportunity to.
Nope.
All right, so tell me where you guys are going.
No,
I'm searching the bodies. Whatever bodies are still on land, I'm searching them.
Okay.
Find fish bones.
Yeah. Well, they have a challenge rating of 1/2. So you find on one of them you find like a bunch of coral pieces that are like, you can tell they use them as tokens and coins.
All right, I'll take those.
But you find between all of them you find about 60 of these coral pieces.
Okay. I'm using those for charging up with my Lachlan's explosive charge.
Ah, that's a great
Nice.
idea.
Mhm.
Great idea. Let me see if I don't think that there's anything with a 1/2 challenge rating like that's magical or anything like that. Yeah, no, this is no, that's about right. What I gave you. No gold, no nothing. Just some cool coral pieces and shells essentially that you can tell that they use for money.
Okay. And real quick, the healing potions we have in D&D Beyond. There was like a few options. I'm guessing you wanted me to use Potion of Healing Greater, which you regain 4d4 plus 4 hit points every time you drink one, and that
No.
was the weakest option that was available.
What we're gonna do is we're just gonna say 10 hit points.
Okay. All right.
Right. I think you have each of you have 2 that are left of the 20 hit points, and then you, Lachlan, have 10 of the 10 hit point ones.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So I guess I should, if we're going to keep trucking on, I should burn some spell slots and heal some people, right?
Unless you guys want
I'm
to use the
good.
potions.
I'm doing okay with that potion I just took.
Yeah. And if these are guaranteed to do 10 and 20, I've always had a problem with like using potions and rolling like a 1 or 2, 1 on everything. You get 3 hit points back on an action.
That's what we're going to prevent.
Round.
Yeah, we're going to prevent that just by saying they do, complete 10 hit points.
Cool.
Yeah, so I guess I'm back in human form if you want to put me back.
Well, how can you say that? Like, how long? Well, it's every round, so every 6 seconds you'd have to re-roll to...
Yeah,
Okay.
so
And
not very long.
Yeah, and how many times a day can you do that, or between long rests?
I think 2 times between short rests.
Okay, great.
Alright, cool.
All right, so you guys want to keep going forward?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And tell us, Hawk, however long this journey is, how quickly we can get like a short rest in or anything like that.
Okay. You've still got one more encounter on this map, and then
Cool.
and then you'll be able to.
Dude, there's one of you over here.
That totally heals me up.
So again, you see the fire and the cackling and everything has stopped, but you can see the fires over here.
I say, telepathically communicate to everybody. Should we travel towards the fire?
I believe so, but definitely watch out for traps or any other creatures in the area. And some of us been kind of, even if I have to move at half movement, just kind of searching the ground in the area for anything dangerous.
I say, how about I scout it out? You guys wait here.
Yeah, that would work too.
All right. I am gonna cast invisibility.
Okay. Nice. So, as you make your way over towards what used to be the Golden Lotus, right? This you like look around and you're like, I swear this is where the Golden Lotus was. And then you come to the actual building, and in that central
I'm gonna let you control my character, okay, Hawk?
Okay, did you roll a stealth? Oh, you don't need to. You're invisible.
With invisibility, I wasn't sure if I needed to or not. Anything the target is wearing is invisible. Yeah, it just says I'm invisible, so I can't be seen, but I can roll stealth for hearing.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
I don't think you need to do that. I think they just need to roll their passive perception to see if they hear you, because you're essentially invisible. I mean,
but I also, with my stealth, I get such a bonus because of my thieving skills. So does that add to against their roll?
Either way, they don't hear you.
Cool.
They know something's out there, and they're looking at you. They're looking in that direction. And what you see, you're looking at a fire, and you see like a cauldron on top of the fire, and you see these three grotesque women who are like, there's seaweed hanging from them, and just like gross rags, and you can see that they're damp and as if they themselves have just come out of the sea. And you hear them whispering to each other. Did they go away? Are they gone?
Yes. No, just kidding.
Yeah, they're like, I don't see them.
Oh, we lost Sundu.
Where did they go? What do you think they wanted? They seem to be gone.
And I telepathically communicate to them what I'm seeing. I project the image to them. So
what you're seeing are three sea hags, and they're basically like these decrepit women who like they have seaweed for hair, and like their rags on them, their boobs are hanging to their waists. They're just like they're cooking this thing, and she says, "Do you think our pets kill them?" And then one says, "No. They're worthless. They can't do anything." And then the other one says, "Maybe we can eat them. Or should we go see if we get their bodies?" Oh, Boomhilda.
So I'm gonna keep on moving a little bit closer, kind of move around behind them.
Uh-huh.
And I tell my guys,
yeah.
All right. So I'm sneaking up behind, like, the furthest one here, and I telepathically communicate to you guys, like, on their scream, you come. And I am gonna backstab the shit out of this woman.
And when he started talking to us the first time and saw this, I think we would have at least crept up into here. Otherwise, that puts us pretty freaking far out.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get to them in time with once we go into combat. So
I'll stay invisible until they they're like a little bit. They gotta roll some stealth and get a little closer.
All right, Loyal, give me a stealth check.
Stealth. Hey, a critical 20. That's a miracle for a guy in a bunch of armor.
That is. Yeah. So you get right up to like that. You get on the level of the of where the Golden Lotus used to be, right? Onto the foundations or whatever, which is all mossy and grown over. Trees have come through it. It's like completely gone. And if you remember, Lachlan, this was one of your suppliers, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
and
totally.
it looks like they've been gone for ages.
All right, so things have moved on.
Yep.
So we're just waiting on Sundew to get a little closer, and then I'll make my move.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sundew, you got to make a
gets out.
stealth check, and you can tell me how far you want to go. Oh, good.
How does backstab
21.
work?
Sweet.
So yeah, you guys can tell me how close you want to get.
I mean, I just want to be within one movement range. So my movement speed is what? 30 feet. So I want to say 30 feet from.
Yep, that's good.
Yeah. So I'm good where I'm at.
All right, great. I can zoom in a little bit more so our viewers can see exactly what's going on here. And so you, Lachlan, you are in a great position to backstab this hag.
Yeah. How does backstab work? What is it? What are the backstab rules?
Let me look them up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look. Let me check too. I don't know where it is on my sheet.
It should be under your, like, you have all attack actions, bonus
Or
actions,
sneak
react.
attack.
Yeah, exactly.
You know how to strike suddenly and explosive. You can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack. So I am gonna use my like staff as like a billy club
Uh-huh.
and hit her across the head with a staff of striking as well.
Yeah. So it's
So-
3d6 plus 3 on top of 1d4 plus 6.
20. So this is my attack roll, which I guess I get an advantage for as well.
Yep.
20.
Not 20? No.
Not nat
okay.
20. Not.
All right.
Just a 20. So that hits.
Because you would have
Try-
totally, like, killed him, I think.
1d. I'll roll again just in case because I get the advantage, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
28. I know. I was like, oh, 20. All right. So now I do. All right, 12 points of damage. So 20 points of damage total.
Nice, not bad.
That's not bad, actually.
And of course, my invisibility is switched off now.
Correct. Did I take... So 20 points of damage. Good job. And she's in the middle of saying, like, should we go eat that? And then, boom, cracks up against the head. The lightning, or not the lightning, the magenta...
Explosive.
Yeah, explosive cracks up against her head. And they're like, what? And they turn at each... Like, they both look at her, and they both... All three of them see you, and they're like, get him! Brumhilda,
You really
kill him!
shouldn't turn your backs on them.
Eat
I
his
say.
skull! Eat his skull!
Initiative time?
Initiative time.
Oh wait, do we get a free sneak attack on them?
Yeah, let's do that. Why not?
Okay. My roller's out. Okay, so in that case, I'm running up on this hag, and I will hit her with my halberd.
What is everybody's initiative?
Oh, I was waiting for them to do their attacks first.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it. So 17 with the halberd definitely hits.
16 points of damage.
On this one here.
Yep, this one
Okay.
right here.
Sundew, if you'd bring yourself closer, I can zoom in.
Oh yeah, let me get this window out of the way.
Ooh, with a crit 20 for initiative, so 22.
And Sundew, do you want to do your attack?
Yeah, absolutely.
Was that investigation?
Yeah. This is too bad. I was going to do area of effect spell, but I can't get them all unless I entangle Loyal with it. Well, Loyal, what's your strength? I'll bet your strength save is pretty high.
It's very high.
I'll bet you could break right out of it.
Mhm.
Mind if I cast entangle on you?
Go for it, man.
Like, don't get me in that thing.
Well, that's why I'm going to take a step back if I can. There we go. and then it's a 20-foot square, so 4 by 4. Here it
Lachlan, why don't you go ahead and give me a initiative roll
initiative.
while he's checking it out? A 20-foot
Oh,
scare.
7.
20-foot square. 7? Well, that makes
I
sense.
always have the worst initiative rolls.
Oh, wow.
Being like the super quick rogue, I always have the worst initiative rolls.
I know this big heavy set paladin with super strength and big armor plating on.
He's like, I'll go first.
It's like grasping weeds, so 20-foot square. Saving throw to be. Okay, so I have to roll a saving throw right now with my strength. 13. What's your spell DC? That was a horrible.
Yeah, that doesn't make it. No, I think it's 15 is my DC.
Okay.
Let me double check here. Oh, 16 is my DC. Sorry, bud.
That's all good.
But it says if you're restrained by the plants, you can use your action to make a strength check. So hopefully they're in the same boat too, because they all have to make
Strength
spell
check.
saves before they make a
So, John, Loyal, did you make your
or
saving
strength.
throw?
Yeah.
No, it entangled me as well.
What did you need to get?
17, 16?
16
I got
or
13.
higher
And
on a strength save.
okay. And none of them make it. So let's.
So they're all restrained now, which means that its movement is 0. Attacks against it have advantage, and if you're restrained, your own attack rolls have disadvantage.
Okay, so it cancels out against me because we both have advantage and disadvantage.
Okay.
Right.
So you don't have advantage anymore. You can only attack once, but you are enfeebled, or not enfeebled. You are caught up. You can't attack. You have to get out, right?
No, you can't attack. I just roll a disadvantage. But the
Okay,
thing
got
is-
it.
Yeah.
Got it. All
Yeah.
right. So then next. All right. So then we Loyal. It's your. Well, actually, the 2 hags get to go. Actually, so
Loyal
that-
got a nat 20.
yeah. We're the top of the round. It's Loyal,
Alright.
then hag 1, hag 2.
So I want to use an action to do another strength saving throw and see if I can get out of it.
Hag 3, and then Lachlan.
Ooh, with
Sundew.
a nat
Sundew.
1, I just tangle myself up further.
Oh.
my God. I'm struggling and just not doing well with this. And like
Sorry, I thought you could handle this. I'm really messing you up here.
So they all are going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement at the closest ones. One is going to actually try to do a Death Glare. Make a ranged spell attack. Okay. So Hag 2 is going to look at you, Lachlan, and do a Death Glare.
I think that's only if I'm frightened.
The Hag targets one. Oh, well, technically, I should have given you guys saving throws against what they look like. So if you would mind, once she turns and looks at you, can you make a saving throw, a Constitution saving throw? Oh, I'm sorry, Wisdom saving.
Constitution?
Wisdom. You need to get an
Wisdom?
11. Yeah.
Okay.
Same with you, Loyal. You need to roll a Wisdom saving throw above 11.
Do I roll it?
Yeah. Yes, as well.
oh, thank God.
Shoo! All right.
It would have been funny if I had failed though, because I would have been like, I've never seen boobs so horrible. Like,
I've never been less turned on. This is.
My God is affronted, offended.
I am not frightened, so she cannot death glare me.
You are not frightened, so the Death Glare only works on frightened creatures. Damn it. Okay, so Loyal's not frightened, Lachlan's not frightened. So then she's going to just do Ray of Enfeeblements. Sundew, you're within 30 feet, right?
Yep.
Can you do a Wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, I did.
Oh, and you passed? Everybody passed?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Okay. All right. So they're all gonna do ray of enfeeblements at each of you. And it looks like
And they get a disadvantage, don't they?
because they are entangled.
Yeah.
Right. It's an attack, right?
F you. So,
Oh.
all right, a 4, a 9, and a 9. So none of them. They all throw these like wild little like black things, little like basically little black beams. They go like this and wave their hands and create like a little claws, and out of the claws shoot this black magic missile, basically, but that completely misses each one of you, and you hear all of them say, "Fuck." And next in line is then Loyal. That was Loyal. Then they all go. Sundu, your turn.
So I think, do you risk getting re-entangled if you weren't initially entangled?
I think so, yes, because it still exists in that space.
Yeah.
It's like jumping into a pile of vines.
Yep.
Well, it says a creature who's in the area when you cast the spell must succeed on a strength throw. A creature restrained by the plants.
I'm gonna go with Loyal on this one. If you go into that space, because there are all these entangling vines that are just waving around trying to grab something.
And,
Okay.
and I mean, I could see where you're coming from. Is like essentially vines only popped out in the one spot that those creatures were in, and so if they succeed in the strength throw, they step out of that spot, and the vines are no longer there. So I could totally see it both ways. So.
It does say that the whole area is difficult terrain.
Yeah.
So you get half movement for sure.
Right. I guess I'm going to walk around it.
Well, I suppose then, I mean, if it's your spell too, and you go at half speed, you could avoid him. That would make sense too. I mean, legitimately, that would make sense.
Okay, I'll take that. So I'm going to walk up to this one then. That's certainly within half speed range. And I'm just going to fire up the old...
Lightning sword?
Yes, the lightning sword.
And just for those who don't know, who are trying to keep up with the mechanics, we are using a flame blade spell. But basically what this is Sundu's people have these special weapons that... His people are time people. They're the wood elves, and they hold the time sphere. And he has this claw thing that he puts on, a mithril claw, and out of it springs a lightning flame blade that looks kind of like a lightsaber mixed with like the Thundercat's hoe sword that just appears.
So,
and then here it is, magically popping up.
Is the spell of entanglement, are all the vines connected? So, like, if he shocks one, will it continue to shock everyone else in the vines?
No, it's like whack fu.
Okay.
They're all like different vines.
Okay.
Okay, so you definitely hit for 10 points of damage.
Yes.
All right, great. And then next is Lachlan.
Lachlan, all right. I am going to do Chromatic Orb. I'm going to do Fire at Hag number 2.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it as a 3rd level spell, so it does 5d8 damage if I hit.
Nice. And you get advantage because she is entangled.
Right. All right, so...
Is that your house oil?
Yeah. That's my daughter who's refusing to go to sleep.
Aww.
Oh gosh, I'll do that.
So what is that, an 11?
13.
A 13, and that actually hits.
All right.
Oh, no, it does not. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Wait, were you... Oh, you had your +8 throwing? Okay. Yeah, that does not hit.
All right, so what happens with that since it was a bunch of fire?
Well, it's a chromatic orb, so it's like a little... Imagine like a jar filled with the potency of the spell. It's basically like Lachlan's striking spell, where he can charge a thing, but you create an orb of magic, and it's like a glass sphere, and you throw it, and then it poofs.
But if it misses, it's not going to like start a fire somewhere else or anything?
Not in this case, because those are all living vines. They're not going to be. They're not going to catch on fire. very easily.
Okay, cool.
All right, so then now to the top of the round, it is Loyal's turn. Loyal, it is your turn.
Wow.
Top of the round.
Little one said, "No bedtime for me."
Oh.
All right. Let's
She's
see what we
smiling
got.
now.
Yeah. 13 to hit.
Yep, you definitely hit. Then
Cool. 11 points of damage, and if that's the case, our shit, would I have to take a recall of knowledge check instead of an attack action to see if hags are undead? Because hags are witches; they're not undead.
they're not undead.
Yeah, they're not.
Okay. So, well, I'm still going to. Let's see. I got one more spell slot. Ooh. I might do that in the next one. Yeah, I'll leave it there for now, and I might do something next round.
Yeah, and she curses you like, "Eat them! Eat them!" Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. You're immune to the hag's horrific appearance. All right. I thought I'd have to do it at each round, but no. You guys are like, too bad,
We ain't
Xavier. That's too bad. All right.
Locken's like, a little less moisturizer.
Yeah. All right. So that was Loyal. Next in line is the hags. So they are going to try to cast. So hag number 1, who's facing off with Sundu, she's going to try to make you sleep, Sundu. So if you would do a saving throw, a wisdom saving
So how
throw.
does that work with her getting some kind of? Does she get some kind of disadvantage on that?
No.
No, it's not an attack roll.
Yeah, he just has. He has.
I'm entangled too, guys. I got to re-roll my halberd attack. I may miss that.
No. That's all right. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Sundu, wisdom save. Oh, 17. You do not fall asleep. Hag number 2 looks at you, Lachlan, and the ray of enfeeblement is at a disadvantage, but the sleep is not. So she's going to try to put you to sleep. I need your wisdom check.
Wisdom check. Okay.
You need to beat a DC 14. She's like, "I'm going to eat you. I'm going to eat you."
Quick question.
No.
Sleep isn't considered a charm spell, is it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
It is?
It's the charm.
All right, then it does not affect me. I'm immune to charm spells because I'm a half elf.
Oh, nice.
Wait, don't you have advantage on charm spells, or is it just immunity to charm spells?
I think it's immunity, but here I'll make sure.
I thought elves have like advantage for charm saving throws. Maybe I'm
Let me
wrong.
see. Let me see again. 19.
So a 17 and a 19.
I just rolled a 19 so far, but that passed, right?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then Loyal, the hag number 3, is going to you and doing the same thing. So if you give me a saving throw that beats a DC 14.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I was completely distracted by Lachlan's camera going out. Okay, I'm doing a saving throw for what?
Saving throw against sleep. So I think it's wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And you need to be a 14.
Ooh, that's a total 6. My ass goes to sleep.
So yeah, you go to sleep. It's time for you to go to sleep. Little Loyal. Do you want to scream about it? All right.
Oh no, Loyal's asleep.
Loyal just got to sleep. Yep. And now it is Lachlan's. I'm sorry, Sundu's turn, and then Lachlan.
All right, I'm gonna go for another one. It's gonna take a while to whittle this hag down. I think.
I think so.
I just get a flame blade chop every turn. I wonder. I'm just gonna do that this turn. Maybe I'll think of something better later.
Don't you have what level?
I'm gonna lay her down. I'll be back.
Did you look at any Did you look at any time spells for druids?
I don't think there really is like a time spell, like time-based spells. I know like haste. Haste is a time spell. I don't know
Blink.
the druids even get that. I think that's like a wizard spell.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna let you have some time-based wizard spells if you want, but they have to be
Okay.
equivalent to the druids. Just because there aren't any druids of time, right? So we're gonna kind of
Right.
homebrew that. Yeah, and what level druid spells do you have up till?
Level 3.
Oh, so there should be some cool third level druid spells, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay. So
Like, I think Call Lightning is a 3rd level. But
Yeah.
that's like, it's a pretty heavy duty. And plus, I think it would get my allies at this point, because we're all in the same area.
I don't know about that. I think you can call lightning into one per. Oh, it's one of those things where it creates a storm and like it just like lightning in an area.
Remember, it's like a 60-foot radius. So, like,
Right.
we used to on those wyverns, remember?
That's
So
right,
it's like
that's
a
right.
Huge, it's like the whole map.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd like for you to look at some wizard spells that have to do with time,
Yeah.
even if there's like some weird arcane ones or like homebrewed ones. Like, let's get you some of those. So who was it? You Sundu? You just attacked and you got an attack and you did 10.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
The
All right.
crackling blade
Yeah.
electrically chops through the hag.
Yep. So the next person in line is actually Loyal.
Wait, it's my turn. I think. I think I'm last in the round.
Oh, you are. Sorry. Thank you for pointing that out.
worries.
That's what happens when I don't get to
Are
drink
you
playing.
able to? Am I able to cast jump, and then cast another spell? Because jump is like would be like my movement spell, or does that not work?
No.
Okay.
Wait,
Alright,
didn't you
then
want to
I'm
make
just
didn't
gonna-
didn't you want to make your shoes jumping shoes or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn him into that for sure.
Okay.
But I haven't had to undo that, or I don't even know if I have the ability yet. But I'm so sorry. How many squares can I move back in a turn while still getting an attack?
Oh, you want to move backwards and then you want to attack and then move backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, how far back can I move? I'm basically, since she's stuck, I'm just like, I might as well get out of range and keep using ranged attacks on her.
Okay. Yeah, you can go back as far as you want within the 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I would say
30.
15 because you're moving backwards, but you're really dexterous, so maybe 20.
All right, I
you're
think
at
this
the,
is probably a good enough distance.
yeah, and you're at the edge of the map anyway, so.
Okay. And as I move back, I'm mad that my chromatic orb didn't work, so I'm doing it again.
Okay.
$19.
So you definitely hit. All right, cool. And then how much?
18 points of damage.
Wow. All right. Good shot. Good shot. Now it is Loyal's turn. Oh, so you take your lightning. Oh wait, you were doing it as fire or lightning? Lachlan, were you doing it as fire or lightning? Lachlan, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were talking to me. Fire.
Okay, so you take your fire chromatic orb, you hit it, and she's mostly wet and seaweed, but it still catches on her, and she's like, "Ow! I want to eat you! I want to eat you!"
I don't want you to eat me.
All right, Loyal, it's your turn, and you're still asleep, like snoozing.
Yeah, I'm out.
You're more asleep than your child. Next. All right, so next is Hag 1, and that is the one facing you, Sundu. And she tried sleep twice. It didn't work. She tried rave enfeeblement once, and she got disadvantaged because she was entangled. Let's see if they were actually just trying to attack, so now she's going to try to unentangle herself.
So that's strength 16.
She does not.
Nope.
So she's frustrated. Hag 2 is going to do the same thing. No, Hag 2 is actually like, no point in trying to get out of this. She's just going to magic missile you. And there's no disadvantage or any attack roll on that.
Right.
So what is magic missile at second level? It's 2d4 plus 2?
It's
No.
it's 44.
At second level?
Are you
Yeah,
casting it as a second level spell? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
no.
So it starts off as 3d4 plus 3,
Uh-huh.
and then it becomes 44 plus 4
At what level?
at second level.
Okay, that's it. So she throws 4 magic missiles at you, and they're all like black with that purple glow. And does 8 points of damage. What a tool bag. A tool hag. She's frustrated. I mean, she's like
Hag.
writhing and whatnot. And the one on top of Loyal is like, oh, you're close enough that I'm going to eat you.
Oh no. Don't eat Loyal.
But since she's still entangled, she's just gonna try to eat you. Oh, look at that, a 20. But because she's got disadvantage, it's a 14.
Yeah.
She can't seem. But oh, wait a minute. Because you're asleep, right?
I still have. Oh, I
He
lost
gets an
my
advantage.
concentration.
Right.
So that's gone. So I'm at 20. Yeah.
Yeah. She takes a nice bite. 2d6 plus 3.
Man, that's totally gonna get infected.
Yeah.
Will the bite wake him up?
Yeah, the bite wakes him up because she claws and bites into your throat. She's like, oh, she's asleep. I'll eat him now. I'll kill him with my bite in his throat. But she does 6 points of damage, and you're like, what the?
Didn't you say plus 3? Is it 9 points or 6?
It's plus 3, so 2d6 plus 3. It is 9 points of damage.
Cool.
No, it looks like you rolled a 2 and you got a plus 4.
No.
No, he rolled 2d6.
Yeah, 2d6, so 2 and a 4,
I
so
get it.
6
Sorry.
plus 4
Okay.
plus 3. All right, so yeah, you take 9 points of damage. And then it is Sundu's turn.
All right. Chopping on hag number 1.
All right, you have advantage.
Let's drop it. Oh, actually, I just saw another spell I can cast. Oh, however, since I took damage, I have to roll to see if I maintain concentration on the spell. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah,
think
yeah,
that-
please do that. Top of
Isn't that
your
a
round.
Constitution versus... How much? It was 8 damage. So that's versus 10. Did I make it? Oh, I did not
No.
make it, guys. Sorry.
Well, the good news is everybody is untangled, and by everybody I mean Loyal. All right, so but you still get your attack.
Yeah, I got more spells for that ass. Hang on.
Yeah, well, that's good. We needed Loyal. He's our tank.
Yeah. It backfired a little. Oh,
I mean, it
I'll
worked out
admit
pretty
it.
well.
Yeah, no, that worked out. You guys did a real cool like sneak attack, all of that. It worked out nicely. Although they would have done the same things that they did, they just you guys had advantage for a little bit, which was good.
Yeah. And they must be running out of spell slots, too.
They are. They've got a couple more. They can
Here
just
we
do magic
go.
missile at will. So, and they do magic
Oh,
missile.
they can?
Yeah, they can do as many as they want.
Wow.
is that really all that's worth?
What was that?
So it's a 20-foot cube of erupting earth, a fountain of churned earth and stone. And every creature in that area has to make a dex save to take 3d12 bludgeoning damage, or half as much if they make the save. And then it's difficult terrain again.
Roll for 3d12.
Yeah, it's really pretty bad.
So that's a 20-foot cube right there.
Yep,
And
exactly.
that doesn't get any of your buddies. All right, so they each take 8 points of damage, but they have to beat a DC 16,
Yeah.
and then they move at half speed.
Yeah, anyone in the square moves half speed.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, none of them. Oh wait, dexterity.
Yep.
Oh nope, none of them get it.
Great.
They have a +1, so they all get knocked off. They all fall prone. Okay, they fall down basically, so they are prone. So you get advantage on attack on them.
Nice.
Yes.
And then they also take each 8 points of damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what other effects? They have to move at half speed.
Just that anyone in that area is now all difficult terrain, so that anyone walking in there goes half speed.
Okay.
It's all rocky because the earth erupted.
Yep. So what happens is basically everything that they're standing on kind of liquefies, and rocks come busting out, roots come busting out, the ground tilts, and they all fall down basically because the ground underneath them tilts. What also happens is their pot of boiling shit, it also tilts and falls and spills. Let's draw a freehand thing. And it spills this way. And it's boiling shit. So Sundu, you're almost in it, but you're not. It actually just misses you. It's in that 5-foot square next to you.
All right.
So Loyal. No wait, Lachlan.
I think it's my turn.
It is. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I am casting Cloud of Daggers right here,
Okay.
which will actually hit all of them because they're all in a 5-foot range of it.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, hold on 1 second. Oh no, I'm not going to cast it. Never mind. That would also hit that.
No,
Guys.
but if you cast it on this one, it would hit these 3.
Oh, yep. Okay. Then I'll cast it on her, and it does. To all of them, it does. Each of them take 4d4 slashing damage.
44.
Yeah, each of them do.
Do you have to make an attack roll, or do they have to make a dexterity check?
It just says a creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
I would imagine they'd get a saving throw, though.
It does not say anything about a saving throw. Yeah, there's nothing about a saving throw.
I would think, though, that they get a dexterity saving throw, like to avoid the daggers. What does everybody else
I
say?
think because they suddenly appear, like on their next turn, they can move out of the range of them pretty easily.
Can
But
anyone look
it
it
just
up?
like appeared and gets them.
Yeah, I'll look it up on.
Yeah, I'm reading it right here.
Yeah, well, I'm
Jumping
also
on
okay with it
ground.
because they're on the ground, essentially. They have to get up, so, like, let's just scratch it. Like, why not? Fuck it.
Okay.
It makes...
No, yeah, I really don't think it does take a saving throw.
Okay.
Because basically when I cast it, they were all in range, so then on their next turn, they all take that damage, and then they can get out of the range of it.
Yeah. Well, they are also on their backs. So, 44, go ahead and roll it. And if you want, you can just roll it once, and we'll multiply it for each one of them, or you can roll it 3 times, 1 for each. Whatever you prefer.
That works. I'll just do the one for 10 points of damage on each of them.
Okay, cool. So, the one that's closest to you is, like, super bloodied. They're all technically bloodied, but the one next to you, closest to you, Lachlan, is really not doing well at all. All right. So then it is the top of the round. Loyal, you're standing on top of the fallen beams there and looking down at this prone hag who just got cut up by a bunch of daggers and is like, I just wanted to eat your neck. You're so handsome.
And I say, you old hag, you should have worn a bra. And then I swing my halberd down her. With a 19, and I can have advantage because she's prone.
Yep.
It's going to be a 27 to hit with 13 points of damage.
Okay. Yep. So you hit her for 13. She is almost dead as well. very nearly dead. Great. So then after Loyal are the hags. Hag 1 facing you, Sundu, is going to... It did sleep twice, and it's going to... Is it... Yeah, it's still prone, so it's just going to do Magic Missile. It's like...
If she doesn't move out of range, she'll take the damage from my Cloud of Daggers again next round.
How long does the Cloud of Daggers last?
1 minute, or also concentration. So I guess if I get hit by Magic Missile here, then I will have to roll concentration.
Okay. Well, she's still focused on Sundu, so she's going to jump out. Whoa, how did that happen? Oh, look at that. I didn't know that could happen. All right, so she jumps out and then casts Magic Missile.
Mm.
And what did we say? It was 3d4? No, it was 4d4. Oops, sorry. So 9, 10 plus 4. 14 points of damage on you, Sundu.
Oof. Okay.
Hag number 2, with her last dying breath, is going to do the same thing to you, Lachlan. The Magic Missile. Says, die, you stupid little wretch! And does 9 points of damage on you.
All right.
And then same goes for you, Loyal.
She moving first?
No, she's too dumb. She's so angry. She tasted your flesh and does 14 points of damage.
I was looking for that opportunity attack.
Yeah.
14, okay.
Okay, so now it is Sundu.
Wait, when they start their turn in the cloud, take an additional damage? Isn't that what the spell specifically said?
No. It's the damage that we already took from them
Was the
happened right
first-
just then.
Yeah.
And now if they're still in the range, right now at the end of their turn, then the next turn, as long as I don't lose concentration.
Gotcha, they'll
Do that.
take additional. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't she...
And there's concentration and Constitution save.
Wait,
Yeah.
no.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, you got to do the Constitution save, too.
Okay.
Because you took damage with her
What do I have to beat
her
for
black magic
concentration?
missiles.
Oh, it's either. Let me look it up. It's either like the number of damage points that they did, or 10, whichever is higher, I think.
I think it was 9 points of damage that you took, Lachlan.
Yeah.
Or
So
half,
10.
So it's 10 or half the damage you take.
Yeah.
Whichever is higher.
Whichever is higher.
So 10.
18, so I keep it up.
Sweet.
That's what
So
she
Hag
said.
1 and 2 should still be getting hit next turn.
Or, no, 2 and 3.
Yeah, sorry, that's
Yeah,
what I meant, 2 and
that's cool.
3. I keep considering the one I've been fighting 1, because
Okay.
I was the first I hit her.
Yeah. So, I think that makes it... The hags went, and now it is Sundu.
Whoops, I rolled it twice. Ooh, that second one's a 20, though. The first one's a miss.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
I kind of want to just let you have it. What do you guys think?
I won't say no.
I say either let him have it or let him just take like one more roll. But depends on. I mean, it is getting pretty late, so let's just let him have it. For
Okay.
story.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, because you guys will eventually beat them. So,
Yeah.
So 13, so 26 points of damage. How many does she have left? Yep, that kills her. Just barely.
Yeah, sweet.
So you're like, you hag, and you do this beautiful spinning around with the Thundercat's hoe lightning sword, and you
Yeah.
just decapitate her.
Nice.
And now it is Lachlan's turn.
Can you spread magic missile out? Can you fire it in multiple people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 and 2.
Awesome. So I've only got a first level magic missile right now, so I'll do 2 against Hag 2 and 1 against Hag 3.
Okay.
Why did I get -2? Oh, that should have been a +2. So I did 6 points of damage on her.
And that kills her.
And then the other one. Four points of damage.
And that kills her.
All right.
So, okay, so here's what happens. When they die, they all kind of, fall down in that whole churned earth area that you made. And let me do a cool treasure look for.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna look for some treasure.
Yeah, I figured. And you're gonna have to remind me what we are missing still. So that's a 58. How many was that? One. Okay, and then we're just gonna do a quick treasure for them right now, and then they actually have a couple things that are actually like real that you need to have. And you find a potion of healing, a 10 hit points potion of healing.
All right. I give that to whoever wants it. I've already got a bunch of them in my pouch.
Yeah, you find more of those shells.
Okay.
But then you also find a black gem.
Okay.
Okay. And it's about the size of like, I don't know, like a golf ball. Like it's pretty big.
Okay.
Right? But it's like a like almost obsidian black, but it's not obsidian. It's a gem. It's like a black diamond, essentially.
All right.
And then another one, the other hag has a bag that's made out of flesh, like a leather bag.
Ew.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a man sack.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
it's a
Yikes.
It's the scrotum sack. No, it's not. It's just human flesh. And then the other one has a map of the area, not the globe or anything, but a map of the area, and it shows like a scratched place, like "Stay away, humans," and it "Stay away, comma humans here," that kind of thing, and it shows the local archipelago of islands, and it has marks where that there are humans and to stay away. But then in the water, it has marks where it has like a fish head next to it.
Wow.
Like the Sahuagin
Yeah,
fish heads?
Yeah, the Sahuagins. And one of the locations with the human map, like the human area, is actually nearby. And you
Okay.
if you were to guess, it would be like the area closest to where Guancho was, but on the coast now.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask the group, should we rest while we're here? Like, are we in a safe place to rest?
I mean, I think so. I think we can try. Can I get a feel for it? Like, does it feel safe up here? Roll insight, maybe?
Insight, that would be fine. Investigation would also be good.
Oh, investigation could work. Yeah, insight's more personal. Investigation's more like an environment.
Oof, only an 8 of investigation for me.
Wow.
What are we doing?
Yeah, me too. Well, look safe, guys.
I think everything's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Ooh. I don't see shit.
Loyal, you want to roll? Oh, you did tell cheese. All right, then.
All right, so we
we
set
all
up
feel the
camp.
first aid.
So you're gonna rest for the night. Yeah, the area that you're looking for, the closest human settlement, is basically like an hour away. Like if you just walk,
Okay.
and it's
Maybe we should do that first then.
Yeah, we could just walk into town if you want.
Let's take a short rest. I'd like to take a short rest, and I'd also It takes like 11 minutes to cast Identify, and I'd like to identify maybe one of the items for now.
Mhm.
So I'll identify the black gem.
Okay, the black gem is it's a heartstone or a hearthstone, basically, and
Mhm.
what it does is it allows you to become ethereal. So, like, yeah, you remember in Doctor Strange when he was like a ghost form in his astral form. It's basically like that.
Yeah.
You can't touch anything or affect anything, but you become translucent, and you can walk through stuff.
My body becomes translucent though, right? I don't like astrally project away from my body. It just becomes translucent.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
how long does it last?
You don't go to the ethereal plane or anything like that. For like rounds at a time, like not hours or anything. It's almost like the blink spell. Like you can become ethereal for just a little bit of time.
Okay, and what's it actually called?
Heartstone.
Heartstone.
But
okay,
it also,
just so I can look it up later.
Yeah, it also cures diseases.
Oh, nice. I say, y'all mind if I keep this?
Go ahead. Not a problem.
Anybody want a bag of flesh?
I'll pass.
All right, so basically what happens is you guys walk and you come into what is essentially like a little fishing village. If you guys will look at the map, do you see this other map? This is a map by Animated Maps, and I'll have a link to it in the episode. But what's going to happen here is we're just going to do a quick little role play, and so you guys get to the next spot where you're supposed to go, right? But looking at the map that she had, like the chicken scratch map, basically indicates to you that the whole coast is gone. That there's just islands left, and that Guangzhou is like completely underwater.
So what is this, before or after Loyal's age?
Before. Yeah, it's only 5 generations into the 4th age, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You guys are
where we were.
Yeah, you guys are like almost. You're pretty much almost at your birthing age, Lachlan. Like you are like almost at the time period where you're existing.
Oh man.
Right, so it's like the tail end of the 4th age.
Okay. I say the name of the city I was born in. I said, maybe we should go and beat up my dad.
Yeah. And so you notice that on her map, that hag map, that the area where Guangzhou is, it's like a boat. You have to take a boat out to it, So, yeah, this is like a fishing village now. It's like you can tell it's still culturally like the Guangzhou people, but it's. Remember Avatar: The Last Airbender, the river people?
Mm-hmm.
Where they're all kind of like not doing so well. It's like shitty living. They're all fishing and like there's no leadership. It's just kind of like lawless a little bit, and people are sick and that kind of thing. So you come into this town and
This was the super successful large city of Guangzhou that we were just in.
Yep.
Wow.
You're actually like I don't know, a couple hundred miles away. It's off in where the ocean would be.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to take a boat out there essentially. So you guys gotta find a boat.
All right. So I think Sundu, are you hiding your appearance in any way?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's nighttime. I'm just gonna pull up a cloak over my head and hope for the best.
Okay, so where you're walking, it's basically like there's water. It's almost like Venice, but like the water's only like a few feet deep. It's kind of shitty. You're kind of walking in water, and they have these docks, not docks, but like raised platforms. So it's sort of like Rivertown in Lord of the Rings and the Rivertown in Avatar kind of mix, right? It's kind of like shitty environment, there's nothing really nice about it. It's like ramshackle, kind of put together.
So what you're saying is it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So maybe we should not be walking in the middle of the river then, right? Do we
Well-
get up on the deck instead?
Well, it's yeah, you guys could. I mean, it's not that it's it's moist, right? Like almost like sandy, and like you're not in the river, but you are like,
Oh, okay.
so because if you look up there are people like walking around there as well. In fact, there's a guy here in the middle with a torch, and he's at like a little stand of food, and you see like it's probably around like 8 or 9, and there's like a guard up here, just sort of watching out. There's a guy over here who just left the stand, and you can see that he's got like a chicken sandwich or a fish sandwich or something that he's walking away up in this direction. And up on the deck next to you, there's a guy like he's kind of sitting with his staff, and he too has his hood down, and he's just sort of sitting there watching you guys. And there's 2 guys talking on the deck over here, and 2 guys talking on the deck over here as well. And everybody kind of looks at you, and they see this like armored man, this foreigner with red hair, and a hooded figure walking in. So they're kind of like suspicious.
And I look up at one of them and just say, in their language, tavern.
And they and this guy kind of takes a peek and looks. Who are you talking to?
I guess whoever was closest to us. So maybe this guy.
Yeah, and he looks at you 3, and he says, you kind of hear like a chuckle, and he says, "These are all residences. You need to go down the coast." He says, "You need to go to Hagabell's." For those of you who don't know, Hagabell is like a long-running joke between Redfoot and I since we were in high school playing D&D.
Yeah.
Every tavern wench was named Hagabell.
Every single one. Yeah, it was a rule. Yeah. So I say, all right, no problem. How about a boat?
He says, "Also at Hagabell's," and he says, "How about some coin?"
For what?
He says, "I just told you where you wanted to know, asshole."
I look over at him and I'm like, "Well, you should have asked for coin before you gave the information."
Yeah, I just laugh and flip him a gold coin.
These 2 guys look over at you when that happens.
Yeah, I laugh and flip him a gold coin.
And he looks at the gold coin. These guys both look at the gold coin, and they kind of walk over, and they're like, "Who are you, and why are you in our town?"
And
they're
telepathically,
looking.
I say to everybody.
They're looking down off the dock, basically at you guys.
Yeah, telepathically, I say to everybody, "Surf's up?" Question mark.
Yeah, I'm totally down.
All right. So as they start approaching, Sunday, do you agree?
Yeah, sure.
Wait.
Sure.
I
as they start approaching,
I don't know what surf's up means. So maybe you can tell me, because like,
I will.
if we're gonna get into a fight, like that's just gonna prolong our evening.
Oh no, we're not gonna get into a fight.
Gotcha. You're gonna wave right out of there.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I cast Wave Rider and hop on and just fly away.
Okay, cool. So then what we'll do is we'll pretend it's you're going in the wrong direction.
Oh, sorry.
No, I mean you're technically going in the right direction, but the map is way down here.
Oh, okay.
And let's see if I put you guys there if you show up. Did not show up. We're tell her we're ending right now. And what we'll do is we'll end right now. But you guys come to this. You guys go down the coast, and you come to. It looks a little bit nicer than where you guys were just now, and it's meant to because of the nature of the inn. But it's a dock that has a lot more going on than what seems at the outset. But since you guys have just arrived, we're going to reveal this area. And pay close attention to all of the aspects of the map, because there's going to be some stuff that could be revealed and has to do with the next leg of your journey. Okay? The entrance is right here. You see, guards that don't look like they have any affiliation. Everybody who has a crossbow are guards. Okay? And you see a young girl in a dress, like she must be like between 12 and 14, and she sees you guys coming, and she runs in this door.
I think we probably would have turned off our boards and walked in, so as not to make too big of a scene.
Okay, that's fine, but still, as you guys, I assume that. I assumed you didn't ride in on your boards. But as you walk up and these two guards look at you, this young girl sees you, and she looks like she's wearing like rags, essentially. Looks completely different than everybody else. Everybody else looks like guys, dudes, and she looks like, 13, 14-year-old girl, and she runs into this bar.
To the bar?
Yep.
Let's go to the bar.
So did you...
And...
Okay.
Oh, we're going to end right here, though, right?
Yeah, I was going to leave it at that. Like, why is there a young girl, 14 years old, 13 years old, in very revealing rags running around a bar?